Good, okay. We're going to go ahead and call to order the Town of St. John Board of Zoning Appeals meeting for February 13, 2023. Can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please? The Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sergio, can I have a roll call, please?
Bob Burleson,
Here.
Yolanda Cardona,
Here.
Drago Popovic,
Here.
Brandon Sheeran,
Here.
Mark LaRue is not here, Attorney Adam Decker,
Here.
Councilman Liaison Brian Blazak is not here, and Town Manager Joe Wizawati is not present.
Okay, we have the minutes for January 16, 2023 for the Board of Zoning Appeals regular meeting. Do we need a motion to get those approved, Sergio?
Yes.
Okay, can I entertain a motion to get the January 16, 2023 Board of Zoning Appeals regular meetings approved, please?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, motion made by Brendan. Can I-
Second.
Second by Bob. All in favor?
Aye.
Whoever is not in favor, say nay. Okay, motion passes. And we're going to move on to the public hearing for the 2023-01 development variance from St. John Municipal Code 24520 and St. John Municipal Code 24516 E1 to allow the replacement of a privacy fence along the property line within the Vision Triangle at 10704 Manor Drive, St. John, Indiana. The applicant is Michelle Rosen. True Line Fence, Danielle. Gosh, that's a hard last name. I will not say the last name. Who do we have here today for this?
Michelle Rosen.
Ma'am, do you mind coming to the podium?
And Danielle Tosia, which is here. Michelle Rosen.
Can you just give us your address for the record, please?
Sure. It's 10704 Manor Drive, St. John, Indiana, 46373.
Thank you. And Sergio, have the notice requirements been met for this public hearing?
Yes, they have.
I understand there was an issue the last time this.
Correct. The applicant went back and corrected those issues and met all the public hearing requirements.
Okay, no problem. So, ma'am, can you just tell us why you're here today and just give us sort of a rundown of what we are here, or what you are here to seek?
I hired True Line Fence to put a fence in for us, and they did. And I think I found out that they didn't get a permit, or thought they did, and they didn't. And then I found out that there was a variance, which I didn't know anything about because we paid them to get the permit. The fence went right back where the old fence was. No new holes were dug or anything. It was just where the wooden fence used to be. So all we did was replace it, and now I'm here.
Okay, so the fence has already been put in place, the new fence?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any questions for the petitioner?
Yeah, what type of fence, and do you have pictures of it?
Yeah, I have pictures of it. It's vinyl fence. May I submit them?
Mm-hmm. Yes. To us.
We could pass them around there.
Yeah.
So, this first one is her corner property, which you could see the fence right there. And this, I'm parked in her driveway on that. Can you, Sergio, can you see, you passed it already?
What am I looking at?
Huh?
What'd you ask for?
I was asking if you could see where the fence was on the first one.
No, we didn't get those photos, so we weren't able to upload them, but I'm able to look at through the view here.
Okay, so the first one is a corner view of her, the side yard coming in from the corner, which it basically is a sight line. Okay, and I'm parked in her driveway, so there's a stop sign right there. The next one is,
It's the same side.
Huh.
It's
this is the same side, this is the same, well, it's the same, this is the new fence. Okay, can you, wait, let me see what numbers you got here. I think I got them all mixed up. This is 1, 2, make sure you get, okay. Number 3 on the back. Do you see that one?
Yes.
Okay, that one is from the stop sign to the fence, okay? Number 4 is the side of the fence to the, you can see from there to the stop sign. You see that?
Yep.
Okay. And then the other ones are of other fences that are in the area that are, actually that are at a stop sign. You know, like, number 6 is at a stop sign, which, you know, they're just other fences in the subdivision that,
Is this one
have the
of
same precedent.
This white fence, the one we're talking about now?
No, it's the wooden fence.
It's a, yeah.
That's an old picture.
That's an old
Yes.
picture.
Google
Okay,
Maps.
okay.
We did not receive new photographs to
Okay, okay.
upload, so we're using.
So
the
that wooden
current
fence is
material.
now the new white fence that's already existing with the exact same dimensions.
It's the same
exact
thing, exact same dimensions.
In line with the fence to the guy behind you.
Right, correct.
Oh, pretty much.
Okay, you said the other pictures, that are not of the fence at issue are pictures of other fences that
In the
you've seen.
subdivision.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
which is, yeah, yeah, they're just other fences of the subdivision that come up upon a stop sign. This fence is at a stop sign, but the fence is way before the stop sign, which has a sight line on that where you can see all the way to the other street on both sides.
No, that's it. That stop sign's still there,
Yeah.
correct? Okay.
Yeah, and if you see on number 2, that is actually a pretty good picture because you got the corner of the fence, and I'm standing out in the street taking that picture, number 2.
This is 2.
So, and like I said, my van is in the driveway of the homeowners. So you can see the very corner of the white fence right there. Can you see it right there?
Yep.
That's right, oh, I'm sorry. That's right where it ends, right there. So if we had sightline issues, that's what I wanted to show you.
Any questions for the applicant?
Why was the permit not pulled?
The permit, we applied for it. It's my fault. Unfortunately, my mom is very sick. I pick up we do a lot of jobs in St. John. We usually pick up 3 or 4 permits at a time. I thought I picked up that one. I left out of town. As soon as I came back, I called, and it was still, and nobody told me that was going to be a variance at that time, and they had told me that they would get back to me, and nobody had called me. It was like November. I mean, I applied for it in the end of September, September 28th, I believe. I didn't hear back from them until I went in there and actually picked up other permits and said, what's going on with this permit? And that's when they said that it looks like we're going to have to get a variance. And I'm like, oh, we already did the fence. And so that's where we had to go through all this. And it's my fault. I mean, we do like 30 in the last 2 years, we've done like 30 fences maybe in the town, and we do a lot of fences here, and we love St. John, and it was my mistake. Like I said, my head wasn't there. My mom's ill, and I left out of town and didn't even realize it until I got back.
So
And the fence was done at that time.
just to go back a little bit, and I'm sorry about that. I think you said this already. What, the permit was not pulled?
It was applied for,
Okay.
but it wasn't. I went to pick up permits. I picked up 3 other ones, and I thought one of them was that one, and it wasn't.
Okay. So technically speaking, you did not have the proper permission or permit to then erect the fence?
Correct.
Okay.
And
then-
they're aware, the building department is aware of that.
And when did you find out about the requirement for the variance?
November 10th.
And at that point, the fence was already,
Yes, it was already
Replaced.
up. And like I said, this was an exact replacement. And usually when there's a problem or issue, they will call me like within a week. And I didn't receive anything. I didn't even think of it, because it was a replacement fence. And, my salesman usually tells me right off the bat if there's, possibly, because we do a lot of corner jobs, and in a lot of municipalities, it requires us to go off the back of the house unless you get a variance. So, and that wasn't brought up either, so it wasn't even brought to my attention from my salesman, and I wasn't, but it's my fault. It is my fault, totally my fault, all of it.
How much is this impeding on the vision triangle? What are we actually
Pull this
dealing
up
with here?
and draw. So everything, I guess on this side is where the vision triangle is. Everything below this is not within the vision triangle.
Even when there's a stop sign, that's plays in effect.
so everything above the blue line, right,
Correct.
Sergio?
Everything here.
Okay. And can I ask, just for purposes of my understanding, was this municipal code in effect when the original fence was erected? I guess that might be a non-issue, but I want to know whether that was in place when it was originally placed.
The original fence permit was issued, we believe, in 2002 is what we have a record of. We would have to confirm, but I don't believe that that vision triangle ordinance was in effect. We'll have to confirm that, but
Is the vision ordinance correct, for the house on, the actual picture that I took
Grandfathering in situation?
on, picture number 6, is that a vision line coordinates? What would that be on 6?
we'd have to determine what address you're referencing. And if you-
The address would be.
And so I just want to caution you that
This
by inquiring about other properties,
Uh-huh.
we may determine that they never pulled a building permit and then issued the fence or installed the fence in violation without a permit. So is there a permit, a certain property you're inquiring about?
Oh, no, forget it.
Okay.
Okay. All I do have to say is that every corner except one in that complex has a fence that comes out. Most, isn't it most, how many corners are there that have fences that come all the way out to the street
There's quite a few
on the corner
on the
lots?
corner lots. Yeah, there is.
No, you can talk. You can ask to talk.
Any other questions for the petitioner? Brendan, nothing?
No, I'm good.
Drago?
Not at this time.
I like that. Okay, so do we move to public hearing now?
Yes,
Yes.
you would want to open up your public hearing.
Do I
Okay.
get to ask any questions or no?
So the petitioner can ask questions after the public hearing is closed, and all questions or comments should be directed to the board.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's all right. I can help you out.
Doing better than I would. I've been here for 2 years.
Okay, at this time, we're going to go ahead and open the public hearing for the development variance 2023-01. Do we have anybody that wants to be heard today?
For or against?
Evening, sir.
I'm Dean Hasselgren. I'm at 10717 Manor Drive. And I'd just like to say that that fence has been there for 20 years. To my knowledge, there's never been any problem with it there. The stop sign is there, a four-way stop. It would be such a pain to have to move it for the small variance that you're requesting, and it doesn't make any sense. So anyway, that's all I got to say.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Please state your name and address.
My name's Pete Kappas. I live right next door to Mike and Michelle, and I like to say the same thing basically as Dean has. We've been there for 20 years, 22 years. We all moved in together. There's never been any issues on that corner other than the speeders that go by there and don't stop. But other than that, there's no problems with the fences there. Never anything close to being an accident because of the sight line of the fence. It's in the same place that the original fence was in. And, you know, if they didn't come back in to check on the permit, nobody would even know the fence was replaced, right? I mean, it's the same place, looks good, it's an asset to the neighborhood. And if you look at the pictures that they showed you, going east, the whole subdivision is uniform with the fences that are there now. So to me, it just makes sense. And, you know, they work hard. They've been in the St. John 30 permits a year. I mean, you hate to see her penalized for a simple oversight and mistake. They work hard to make their money. It's a be inconvenience for them to dig it out and tear up the yard and et cetera. So, I mean, I think we're all good with the fence the way it is, right? So, but thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Anybody else that wants to speak on this today? Name and address, please, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Denise Sieben, and I'm at 10733 Manor Drive. Also been in the neighborhood for 20 years. Never had a problem at that intersection when I've stopped, you know, every day. I'm always able to see everything. There's nothing obscuring my vision. And I'm like, okay with the fence that they have. It's beautiful and it needed to be done. And I'm sorry that there was problems with it, but I don't have a problem with it.
Thank you so much for your time. Anybody else?
Good evening. My name is Ken DeYoung, and I'm at 10747 Manor Drive. And I cannot believe how beautiful that fence is, and I would hate to see anything done to it. And the same situation, I never had a problem at that intersection stopping or seeing any other cars that was in my way or anything like that. So as far as I'm concerned, I'd like to see it stay.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else? Do we have anybody that registered online to speak on this?
No, Madam Chairman, but we did receive a letter this evening regarding the concerns with the fence, or like to address the fence. If you don't mind, I'd like to read it.
Please, Sergio.
It says to St. John Zoning Commission regarding zoning or fence zoning variance. We support allowing the zoning variance for the fence at 10704 Manor Drive, St. John, for Michelle Rosen. Their fence was damaged in a storm and was replaced by the same type of fence in the same location as the original fence. The original fence met St. John code when it was installed. The replacement should be allowed. Allowing this fence as it is would be consistent with all other fences in the neighborhood. Moving the fence would not maintain the same appearance as neighbor fences. Richard, and I'm going to apologize for the name, Sealy Thomas at 10705 Manor Drive.
Thank you, Sergio. Anything else?
That is it.
Okay. So at this time, we're going to go ahead and close public hearing. And then we're going to then ask the petitioners to come back up.
Yep.
Sorry, I pulled a muscle in my back.
That's okay. So do we move forward with questions at this point from you
No, I
guys,
think
or?
we're good.
No?
Good, I'm good.
Okay, Drago, nothing? Okay. I know you had indicated you had some
No,
questions.
No, we're okay.
You're okay? Okay.
Yeah.
No problem. So at this time, we're gonna move forward with having a discussion or making a motion to either approve or not approve the variance.
Excellent.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve this lot at 10704 Manor Drive, STMC 24-520 and STMC 24-516.
I'll second it.
I have a motion by Bob, second by Brendan. All in favor, say aye.
Wait a minute.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, if I could ask that the motion include the findings of fact
Yep.
that are included
All right.
with such motion, so that can be made part of the record.
Yep. Nope.
I probably cut him off.
We're getting to that.
I probably jumped in.
So, for the findings of facts, number one, approval will not be injurious to public health, safety, morals, comfort, or general welfare of the community. Number two, the use and value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance will not be affected in a substantial adverse manner. Number three, that the strict applications of the terms of the zoning ordinance will result in practical difficulties in the use of the property. And I don't have any conditions or contingencies.
Okay, that was a motion made by Bob,
And I second that motion.
second by Brendan. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any not in favor? No, motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Thank you, appreciate
I
it.
know this is a process for you.
But I appreciate it. Now I'm gonna go back and find my meeting.
Let's get your pictures back.
Everybody have a good evening.
You too. Take care.
You got, do you need them for your facts, or you could have, I have a set.
No, you could add.
We can put them in the file. We'll put them in the file. Yeah, well, you come first thing in the morning, it may take a while because we have to get it.
Now debate to go
Yeah,
home.
that's fine.
Get a
We'll
bit.
let the staff know so that we can identify the variance on the application. So, yep.
Okay, anything else? New old business? We don't have anything for that, right, Sergio?
No,
Public comment? We don't have anything for that?
we do not.
Okay, and then, does anybody want to adjourn?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So moved.
So moved.
We are done.